Hey everyone, today I have some great news for you on Legend of Mushroom. The two new classes based around the Pal damage are gonna be out in less than one entire week. This is so great. I have all the details for you. I made the designs by my own. I hope that you're gonna enjoy that. Let's first talk about the first class we are gonna have in 1 week. So first of all, this is the Skeleton Mage. You have the passives on the right and the skill at the bottom. One extra Pal slot. Today we have 5 pals in total for each classes we have in the game, 1 extra pal. This is so great because the pals are so important in the game. You can have so many extra stats on your class using the pals, and giving 1 extra slot for them might change many things. So let's talk about the rest because maybe the rest of the class is not that great. Pal attack speed plus 0.1. Is it great? Let's go back in game and check that. If I take the deer as an example, you have 0.94. So in fact, adding only 0.1 to that kind of coefficient is probably not gonna make a huge difference. And this is, in my opinion, if I remember correctly, the only way to increase your attack speed on your pals because you have nothing else in the game allowing you to do so. So 0.94 on the tier, this is probably one of the pals I would recommend to use with that new class. Then you have the Hellflame Feather. That one is pretty nice, the fastest one, and you are gonna deal some damage based on the target's current HP, so this is a pretty cool one, but unfortunately that one is a paid one during an event. Then probably I would use that one, but one more time, it's an event one. It is increasing the shield effects by 20%, so it can help to survive. That one is great too because one more time you have 1.45, the fastest attack speed for your pals, and pal crit damage plus 75%. So yeah, this is another paid one, so I think that without spending, that one is one of the best because you have a high damage multiplier, maybe one of the highest one we have in the game, and that one can give you some shields, a big one, so it helps a lot in my opinion if you're using a pal class. And then you have, maybe you can use the Fox later because if you want to build around the stun and pal damage, this is probably a good thing to do. Since you have a pretty nice attack speed and this is pretty balanced with the damage multiplier as well. The Octopus has a high attack speed, but I doubt that this effect is gonna help you as well. And you have, of course, the Lizard. First time you're gonna use that pal. Pretty nice attack speed and multiplier, a good balance, and that one is gonna increase your pal damage by 40%, so probably a good one to use. And then maybe you want to use, where is it, that one, the Snow Sprite, to lower the attack speed of the enemy by 15%, but outside of that, maybe that one to get more often your skills. And the other pals are not gonna be that great in my opinion. Then you will have a 10% more ignore evasion, which is pretty cool for PvP because enemies have a lot of evasion in PvP, so having a bit more is always good to take. Pal effect plus 30%. That one in my opinion is pretty huge because if you take into consideration the effect from the deer or the lizard, you can maximize the damage and the resistance on your guy. This is pretty cool in my opinion, but one more time, this is only on paper, so we will have to try that next week because I'm still trying to build my set around the pal damage. Gain effects based on the 2 first pals deployed. So I don't have more detailed information about that. Maybe the effects are gonna be great, but maybe they are gonna be really different from one pal to another. I don't know yet, so we will have to wait 1 week to see what is it exactly. Gain effects based on the number of pals from different categories deployed. One more time, I don't know exactly what are gonna be the effects, but if you check the relics, probably we are gonna have the same categories than the ones we have on the relics. Like that one for the cat and the deers, that one for the pandas, that one for the snow sprite and other stuff. And by the way, these relics are probably finally gonna be usable, right? Because let's be honest, today it's not doing anything else during the fight, so after the increase in damage and attack speed and etc. given by the class, probably these relics are gonna be helpful. And finally, the skill of the class. AoE attack, pal damage taken increased by 60% on the target for 8 seconds, and every pal basic attack and combos. Do we have some pals that can do some combos, by the way? I don't think so. Pal basic attack and combos have a 40% chance to deal 1% of the target's current HP in damage. So the skill looks pretty strong, right? If the target has a lot of health remaining, the skill is gonna deal more damage. And since you cast that skill at the beginning of the battle in PvP, the impact might be really strong, right? So that was the first class. Now let's talk about the second one. The Beast Tamer. 1 extra PAL slot, PAL attack speed plus 0.1 and 10% ignore evasion. So far, it's similar to the first class, right? So let's continue. PAL crit rate plus 25%, PAL damage plus 20%, and PAL damage plus 4% every time you lose 10% of your health. So that class is based around the PAL damage. And in my opinion, this is the class designed for PvP. Because when you check the skill, AoE attack and PAL damage taken increased by 60% for 8 seconds, same as for the other class, but PAL attacks ignore evasion for 10 seconds. So in my opinion, the Beast Tamer is designed mostly for PvP and that class is gonna have a high amount of damage based on the PALs. So guys, let me know what you think about the new classes in the comment below. And before ending the video, I want to talk about the prayer statue. I'm gonna collect all my resources here. I have a bit more fruits, but this is clearly not a lot. Only 21,000. I have a bit more now. So let's go back in the prayer statue. Let's check my second set because I rerolled a bit more stats. And today on my second set, I have 4 triple S plus global combo with more than 90% rate, which is pretty high. And I was able to lock that one too. Triple S only, but it's giving a lot of combo damage, so I saved that. Because with that amount of fruits, there is no way that I can get better than that. Or otherwise, I need to be crazy lucky. And this is not the goal, I don't want to waste my stats, so I'm not gonna reroll here. But if I check my third set, here I already have 199% PAL damage triple S plus, and I'm gonna focus on that in the future to try to have my set prepared for the class's release. So let's just reroll a bit more here and try to have a bit more PAL damage. Global defense, no thank you. I'm gonna spam the click because this is not a video about the prayer statue. This is a video about PAL damage and I want to have only PAL damage here. So let's try to have my PAL damage and look at that. Yeah, 300 fruits per roll and it's burning my fruits. And I had nothing else for now, so I will have to work on that in the future. So guys, that was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice day, guys, and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.